that he posted on YouTube from his comeback tour in Europe. A lot of folks online are accusing the musician and the actor of posting a video using AI to...
He is just shamelessly using an AI crowd to promote his tour, and how, like, emotional it's been. Like, this is why I do it, for this. And then it's like that lady that has like 45 different hands while everyone around her is getting fucking morphed into some giant amalgamation of flesh and bone.
Just 1 year ago, Will Smith was celebrating a massive $405 million box office triumph that had Hollywood buzzing about his incredible comeback. Fast forward to today, and he's caught using fake AI crowds to promote his concerts, sparking the most brutal online roasting of his entire career. How does someone go from redemption to complete self-sabotage in less than 12 months? The answer will shock you, because what Will Smith has done to himself goes beyond anything his critics could have imagined. This isn't just another celebrity downfall story. This is a masterclass in how to destroy your own comeback and torch every bridge you've spent years trying to rebuild. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand why Will Smith has become Hollywood's most tragic cautionary tale. The night that changed everything wasn't supposed to be about violence. March 27th, 2022 was meant to be Will Smith's crowning achievement, the night he finally won his first Oscar for Best Actor. Instead, it became the moment he threw away 3 decades of carefully crafted public image with one explosive slap. When Chris Rock made that joke about Jada's shaved head, Will's reaction wasn't just shocking. It was career suicide in real time. The slap heard round the world wasn't just physical violence. It was the sound of a reputation shattering into 1,000,000 pieces. In that split second, America's sweetheart transformed into an unhinged aggressor who couldn't control his emotions. The aftermath was swift and merciless. A 10-year Oscar ban, multiple movie deals vanishing overnight, and endorsement contracts worth millions disappearing like smoke. But here's what really stings. That slap revealed something darker about Will that fans had never seen before. And once that mask slipped, there was no putting it back on. While the slap destroyed his professional image, the revelations about his marriage obliterated what was left of his personal brand. For years, Will and Jada had sold themselves as Hollywood's power couple, the perfect family that somehow made it work in Tinseltown's chaos. Then came the bombshell that shattered that illusion forever: Jada's entanglement with 22-year-old singer August Alsina. Watching Will try to process this betrayal on their Red Table Talk was painful. He looked like a broken man, trying to hold it together for the cameras. But it got worse. Jada later revealed they'd been secretly separated since 2016, living completely separate lives while maintaining the facade of a happy marriage. The internet exploded with brutal memes, calling Will everything from the king of simps to Hollywood's biggest cuckold. The man who once embodied masculine confidence became a punchline about marital weakness. Social media was ruthless. Will Smith won an Oscar, but lost his dignity. And this isn't love anymore. It's just public humiliation. The psychological damage was devastating. How do you rebuild your career when millions of people see you as a joke? Just when everyone counted Will Smith out, something miraculous happened. Bad Boys, Ride or Die exploded onto screens in summer 2024, opening with a massive $56 million weekend and ultimately grossing over $405 million worldwide. Suddenly, the narrative shifted. Headlines screamed about Will's incredible comeback, with fans flooding social media, saying they'd missed the real Will Smith. The movie proved he still had that magnetic screen presence, that undeniable chemistry with Martin Lawrence that had made the franchise legendary. For a brief shining moment, it looked like the slap might actually become a footnote in an incredible redemption story. Hollywood executives started returning his calls. Projects that had been shelved were dusted off, and industry insiders whispered about Will's triumphant return to the A-list. Fans were ready to forgive. Audiences were willing to give him another chance, and the box office numbers proved America still loved Will Smith when he was doing what he did best. This should have been his moment to rebuild, to show humility and gratitude for a second chance that most celebrities never get. Instead of capitalizing on his cinematic success, Will decided to pivot back to music, and the results were absolutely catastrophic. His comeback singles, including the painfully titled "You Can Make It" and other tracks, were met with instant rejection from fans and critics alike. The comment sections became brutal battlegrounds where former supporters turned into savage critics. One reaction video went viral with the creator saying, "Song is garbage, bro. Straight up, flaming dump. This is trash, and I'm not even hating. This is just objectively terrible." The dislike ratios on his music videos were devastating, with some reaching over 70% negative reactions. But Will kept pushing forward, seemingly oblivious to the fact that his musical comeback was becoming another source of embarrassment. Each new release felt more desperate than the last part, with lyrics that sounded like they were written by someone having a midlife crisis rather than a seasoned entertainer. The contrast between his box office success and his musical failures created a confusing narrative. Was Will Smith back, or was he more lost than ever? Then came the scandal that proved Will had learned absolutely nothing from his previous mistakes. In August 2025, eagle-eyed fans discovered something disturbing in Will's concert promotional videos. The crowds were completely fake, generated by artificial intelligence. The revelations sent shockwaves through social media as people realized the desperation behind the illusion. Instead of admitting the mistake or explaining the creative choice, Will doubled down by releasing even more AI-generated content, including a bizarre video featuring cats that left everyone scratching their heads. The backlash was immediate and brutal. YouTuber Penguin Zero called him utterly shameless and compared him to asbestos, something that was once celebrated but became toxic over time. Twitter exploded with sarcastic comments like, "I'm surprised even AI crowds would come to see him," and "The man who defeated robots in I, Robot is now depending on them for fans." This wasn't just another PR mistake. This was proof that Will had completely lost touch with reality and his audience's intelligence. Behind the public facade of comeback success lies a more troubling financial reality that explains Will's increasingly desperate behavior. Despite his reported $350 million net worth, recent reports suggest Will has been quietly selling off properties and assets, indicating the true cost of his cancellation runs deeper than anyone realized. The slap didn't just cost him current projects. It destroyed his future owning potential in ways that are only now becoming clear. When you're used to commanding $20 to $40 million per movie and suddenly find yourself persona non grata in Hollywood, that lifestyle becomes unsustainable fast. The AI crowd controversy makes more sense when you realize it might have been a cost-cutting measure. Why pay for real crowds when you can generate fake ones for promotion? This financial pressure explains the rush back to music, the desperate grab for any content that might go viral, and the increasingly erratic behavior that keeps pushing fans further away. Success isn't just about money. It's about respect. And Will has discovered that rebuilding respect is infinitely harder than rebuilding a bank account. Will Smith's story isn't just about one man's fall from grace. It's a masterclass in how to sabotage your own redemption. He had everything: talent, charisma, a successful comeback movie, and an audience ready to forgive. Instead of taking the win and rebuilding slowly with dignity, he chose gimmicks, fake crowds, and desperate grabs for relevance. The tragedy isn't that he fell, it's that he had multiple opportunities to get back up and chose to keep falling. In an era where authenticity matters more than ever, Will chose artificial intelligence over genuine connection. Where vulnerability could have rebuilt his image, he chose manufactured hype. His story serves as a brutal reminder that in Hollywood, your reputation is everything. And once you lose the public's trust, no amount of money, technology, or past success can buy it back. The saddest part? Will Smith was once proof that nice guys could finish first in Hollywood. Now he's become the cautionary tale about what happens when you lose sight of who you really are in the desperate pursuit of who you used to be.